Trustee, now you know this, it's £3 million over 5 years from Big Lottery Funds. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're so excited about this. It's a great thing for the Isle of Man, for the communities over here. So we're going to deliver these funds through our new Community Awards programme, and this will be starting 1st of April this year and continuing until the end of March in 2020. And the other wonderful news that Niall's told us is the Isle of Man Treasury this year increased our funding to £150,000. It's just fantastic, because that goes to different funding streams, as you'll see in a minute. So thanks. That's incidentally the first £150,000 of local lottery duty. I'm not very good on these things, I just had to read that bit. So how will we deliver these funds? Community Awards programme I've just alluded to, and then the Small Grants programme as well. I'll talk about the little line in the bottom later. I don't want to break the flow of what we're talking about. So Community Awards programme and Smaller Grants. And the Community Awards programme will be funded by the MLT as delegated partner of Big Lottery, whereas the Smaller Grants programme will be funded by the Manx Lottery Trust using Treasury funds. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. Yeah, Community Awards, it's kind of developed from what we had as General Awards. Okay, and General Awards was 1,001 to 50,000. This is going to be 2,501. Okay, so you know it's just a little bit different. Still over a 12-month period, but another difference is, by exception, the trustees may agree to extend the period of funding up to 36 months. Now that might be for maybe you've got a new project that needs maybe a new worker, a new post that you might want to bed in and have a grant for a longer period for that project, that sort of thing. Okay, so the big thing about that is please do contact us if you want to have that exception rather than just apply. Just talk to us about it. Okay. The other stream through under the Community Awards funding is thematic funding, and we're going to allocate £150,000 each year to a certain theme of funding that year. And this is for projects with specific identified needs based on analysis and evidence of emergent trends on the Isle of Man. Okay, so the trustees will learn from the projects they're seeing, from the feedback we've had, and make a decision on what they're going to fund that year. And the breaking news is that this year we're going to be funding projects which are addressing the needs of elderly people. Okay, so again, this funding will be for projects up to 36 months. Again, at the trustee's discretion. That's something that you can put in your application. The little words at the bottom: £50,000 maximum in any 1 year. If you were lucky enough to get to £150,000, you got the whole jackpot. You couldn't spend more. You couldn't claim more than 50 grand a year. Okay, that wouldn't work. It's only up to £50,000 maximum in any 1 year. Okay. Small grants programme, slightly different again. We've raised the amount we can give through. This was, this is a development from the minor grants programme we had in the last tranche of funding. And we've upped the limit so that you have a simpler application process for this, a lighter touch, smaller application form, and it's £300 to £2,500. But this is strictly over 12 months. Okay, so that's the small grants programme. How do we apply? Please look at the website first, because we will be refreshing things, and updating things as we need to. So. Please don't sort of download something and keep it, because it might become out of date. First thing is, obviously, please read our guidance notes. We have an actual process at the beginning of the new guidance notes, which will give you an overview of the grant application process, and it should answer most of your questions. If you have got more questions when you've read them, please contact us. As Mel said, we're not there all the time. We have an answer phone and we have email, so that'd be great. the new application form, oops, sorry. No, the new application form is something that we've redeveloped as well, mimicking and learning from Big Lottery. The other difference is please, from Community Awards, can you submit the application by email rather than sending an assigned copy now. Just streamline things for us, less paper for you, no stamps, that's good. And similar for smaller grants as well. However, please can you send a signed copy if you go through the smaller grants programme. That's slightly different. Emails, please, for everything, that would be lovely. It helps us enormously, especially with the volume of work we probably expect to get. Okay. The other thing is please apply well in advance of your project start date. It can take anything up to 10 weeks to process an application for Community Awards, about 8 up to 8 for the smaller grants, and you need to get your answer before you start your project. Another reason for that is if you have started your project before you get our answer, we may not be able to fund you because we do not do retrospective funding. The Trust never has done that, and nor will it. We don't do retrospective funding. Again, for applications for project lasting more than 12 months, please contact us and have a chat with us about that, okay? Right, outcomes. Demonstrating outcomes in your application is so important to us. It's part of how we would judge the trustees would assess the application. Outcomes, as we say, are the differences we want our funding to make. So these are the 4 outcomes that Community Awards are looking for. People have better chances in life, with better access to training and development to improve their life skills. Stronger communities, with more active citizens working together to tackle their problems. Improved rural and urban environments, which communities are better able to access and enjoy. That's a great one. And healthier and more active people and communities. If you can demonstrate those in your application, that would be great. It's a help to us and in assessing the application. So please do pay attention to those tick boxes and think about how project will fulfil those. Okay. And if you're successful in getting an application, at the other end of it, we will be asking you for outcomes as well. What has gone well with your project and what hasn't gone well as well. What would you have done differently? We want it warts and all, please, because we're learning from it. If it hasn't gone quite like you anticipated, well, please let us know that, because that's important as well. It's the Isle of Man and we're all different over here. What might work over in England might not work here, So please look at that. What difference has the project made to people taking part or people that might benefit from the project? That's really, really important. As I say, it helps us to learn and develop it as a trust. And it should also help your project, the learning process you've done with your project as well. So thank you. Yes, that would be really good if you do that. It is going to be part of the conditions of each grant we make, that we want some outcomes at the end, please. Thank you. Impact research. For the first time, we've included a response tick box in the form, and end of the application form, which provides you with the opportunity to take part in independent research in the impact of our funding. Now, if you don't want to take part, please do tick it, but we'd ask you not to tick it because we really would like that feedback, and it'll be, an independent view of how things are going, with projects on the island. So, please, can you, if you feel you can, just don't tick the no box. Okay. In summary, yes, we've got 2 programmes, Community Awards and Small Grants. Under Community Awards, we have annual thematic funding. This year for the elderly, next year, watch this space. And under Community Awards again, grants available up to 6 months at the trustee's discretion. Please send your application by email. Please share your outcomes. And please do expect us to maybe request some impact information as well. That's really important to us. So that's a snapshot. The rest will be on the website, and thank you for listening to me. Thanks.